1996, DCI begins a 3-year joint venture with Disney, which means we go down to Mickey's front yard. We're in Orlando at the Citrus Bowl. Now, in the news, the FBI catches the Unabomber after a long hunt. They nabbed Ted Kaczynski in a backwoods cabin in Montana. This is the year of the royal divorce. It makes headlines across the world. Chuck and Di calling it quits after 15 years of marriage. The big song on the charts, that classic, the Macarena. Who could forget
I'm
that
glad
one,
you
huh?
know how to do that. I have no clue.
Now, the Olympics were in the U.S. that year in Atlanta. Of course, we had that bombing in Centennial Park, but for us drum corps folks, the big moment came when the cadets played the closing ceremonies.
They were wonderful, and of course, it's always great to see one of our own on national TV, but the cadets did us proud. They were strong and powerful, but at the same time showed a lot of humor and really pulled that off with great style.
And then it's championship time, and the cadets didn't get to take the big bow at the championships, but 2 corps did. We had our first tie at the top.
Well, that's unusual when you create history, and these 2 corps, when we talk about the triumph of identity, when we talk about great character, you can't name 2 corps that have more of it. After that very dark show in '95, the Blue Devils charge back with a really fresh show. It's interesting because it's called the Gangster Chronicles, which sounds darker than it actually is. Lots of discord, but also we have iron bars and color guard breaking out of jail. There's a little bit of Dick Tracy in it, actually.
At the sentimental favorites, Phantom Regiment.
And they are down in the standings early in the week, having tailed the Blue Devils very closely the week before finals. And suddenly they make that charge with an all Shostakovich program. It's a show that gets stronger as the night goes on. So by the time they hit finale from the Fifth Symphony at the end of the show, the crowd is going nuts. And they are really emotionally and powerfully involved with the crowd that night.
And when it came time to announce the score, the crowd went nuts again. Drum corps people were not enamored with this first tie.
Well, they were booing the tie. But what was great was that they applauded the fact that, in fact, we had 256 winners. So what happened was it seemed initially to be a bad news thing, and then eventually they realized they really had 2 great winners on their hands, and this was the year to do it.
1996 in Orlando.
Welcome back to the Marching Arts Network. I am the Stressmaster. Thank you all for joining me. As always, we really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching our videos, for being a part of the community. We really do appreciate it. We appreciate all of you, so thank you so very much. I wanted to talk a little bit about 1996. This was a fantastic year. As you can see, there a lot of stuff happened when Steve Rondinero and Michael Cesario were talking about all the different events and stuff like that. It was a re-election year, I think, for Bill Clinton. The Macarena, horrible dance. But anyway, what was cool about 1996 is I actually got to go to finals. So, a good friend of mine, we were at a show. God, it must have been Moonlight Classic. I think it was in Stockton, Moonlight Classic, or one of the shows. She actually won tickets. She won the 3 package, whatever, the super package, whatever they used to have back then, to go all 3 days. And so from then, we planned and we went. It was a great time. It was in Orlando, though, so Orlando kind of was not the greatest, but it was fun. We got to go to Disney World and stuff like that. But got to see finals. So my pick for 1996, I don't think is any mystery. Let me fix my light here. There we go, a little bit better. It's not a mystery. They had some fantastic shows that year. Madison, right? Cadets, Cavaliers, Santa Clara, Blue Devils. I mean, some great shows. So there was a tie in 96 for first place and I believe 8th place. So we'll be talking about that when we look at scores. But man, what a crazy year that was. Just amazing shows, like I said. So my pick for 1996 is Blue Devils. Club Blue, a Gangster Chronicle. One of my all-time favorite shows from there, from them. Great show. Just impact from the beginning. I can't wait to watch it. Let's get to it. Woo! What an opener, huh? What an opening, I should say. That opening. Holy moly. When I was there live, like literally, it like hit you like a wall. Because you just like this, you're stuck back in your seat. So crazy how good it was. Because when I saw it in beginning of the year in Stockton, I mean, it was loud, but it wasn't this loud, you know, because, you know, they have 2 months. Oh, that sound, man, so good. Quite a few freelancers marched this season, so shout out to you guys. Great show. Freaking drumline, dude. So outstanding this year. I mean, they're outstanding every year, but I mean, this year, I just remember playing some heavy stuff, man. It was really good. Color guard. I like the zoot suits. Really great blend from the middle voices to the upper voices. And it was a predominant show of sorry, we'll play here. Very heavy in the upper voices and the middle voices through most of the show. There are some parts where you hear, like, you know, contras and baritones, but I mean, it's just mainly a mellophone and soprano show, which I have no complaints about that. But that's the cool part, man. Love it. I hated that in the 90s. Whoever you are, I don't like you. Ruining a show, man. Drives me nuts. It's like, I'm glad they don't do that crap anymore. Outstanding playing, man. Sorry. Ooh, listen to that. Oh my gosh. Battery, come on. So good. That whole section just rocks. I mean, that's not rock, but you know what I mean. You kind of just jam to it. Really good ballad too. Gosh, I miss that sound when they're playing backfield and it just bounces off of the bleachers in the back. You don't get that anymore because they're playing into a big gigantic cloth backdrop that's hanging, so you don't get the bounce anymore. Hey, Big D. Just the volume, man. The crescendo, decrescendo, subidos. Damn. I like how they take the scatter and move it into, so you're filling in that heart piece. This whole show just like freaking vibes, you know what I mean? Just that constant, just like, except for the ballad. Ooh, love this part. That sound, man. That Blue Devil sound. all come to the front. So good. So good. All right, well, tell me what you guys thought in the comments below, man, but that was bananas. Now, it wasn't the hardest show, right? Let's just be honest. It wasn't the hardest show in the world, but they executed so damn well. Just so many cool elements. It's a Blue Devil show from beginning to end. They are just in your face from the moment it starts to the moment it ends. The ballad is a nice change of pace before they kick it back into gear. But man, what a show. Holy crap. Let me get the recaps up here, because I do want to talk about those. But my God, what a show. I mean, like I said, I remember seeing it in stock and I just go, they're going to win. They're going to win. I just knew it right then and there. Okay, so they did tie with the Phantom Regiment, and my counterpart, the Tumor, will be doing a reaction to that show very, very soon. But I did want to go back to semis, and we're going to look at quarters. So you can see the difference here is 96.9 to 96.6, so 3/10 here. And that was Cadets, not Phantom Regiment. So Phantom Regiment popped up over a point. So actually almost 2 points in one night, which is crazy. Because Cadets were in second place, and then Cavaliers were actually in third place. So Phantom went from fourth to first in 2 nights. So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the final scores one more time. Sorry for my scrolling. So GE, Phantom took GE. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's possible. They tied in visual and music ensemble. Performance brass, they being Phantom, scored higher in brass. Percussion, of course, Blue Devils took that. They were just amazing that year. Visual, they eked by 1/10 of a point, but Cadets actually took that caption here. So it's Cadets actually took performance. Brass percussion over Phantom, but Blue Devils took 29.3. So they actually got that caption there. So they ended up tying in 97.4. Now the other tie is down here with the Crossmen and Magic of Orlando. So I'm going to try to highlight this here so you guys can all see that. So in general effect, Crossmen took that caption, but then Ensemble, they being Magic of Orlando. I need to really explain myself better. Magic of Orlando took 7/10 over in this caption. Sorry, my cat's talking in the background there. And then 3/10 here, Crossmen over Magic in performance. So they ended up tying with an 85.5. One thing I did want to note is that the difference between 8th and 7th is only 8/10, but the difference between 7th and 6th is over 5 points. Or is it 4.8? 4.8. Right, is that right? I can't add today. 5.2. Okay, I can add 5.2 points. That's the biggest spread I've ever seen, I think, in placements in finals. So that's huge gap between 7th and 6th. And then we have 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. So crazy. Well, once again, thank you guys so much for joining. Please subscribe if you have not done so. It would be great if you did, because that way you get notified when we have cool videos like the one you're watching right now. This is the 1996, but we're going to be doing 1997. It's going to be coming out really soon, all the way through 1999. So please don't miss one. And if you have, go back. It's going to be up here in the corner. Go back and watch it. The rest of the series, so you can start back in 1990, see what my picks were. All the way through 1999. Super excited for that. And don't miss the podcast. It's going to be having it every single week from here until the end of the summer, which is after finals. And we'll probably do a recap after finals week. So please don't miss that. It's a great time. 3 of us, we talk about all kinds of different things going on. Show reveals. We had a couple more come up this week. So we'll be talking about that. And then once we get into the season, we'll be talking about scores. Also, make sure that you visit our community page, our Marching Arts Network page. We have lots of cool stuff on there. I try to do put polls up and stuff like that. In fact, I forgot to put a poll up for the last course. I'll go ahead, the last year, I'll go ahead and put that up now. But we also have merchandise that you can purchase. We have shirts, hats, fanny packs, all kinds of different stuff to help support this channel. We would really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, march on.